what is going on with the Chicago Sky? Like, this is just mental looking at some of the stuff. Like, clearly, for the franchise, there are positives. Main positive are Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. They are completely... Like, Camila Cardoso is doing exactly what she's meant to do. She's being an elite rookie. She's running faster. Her sharpness is getting better. She's looking like one of the better centers in the WNBA. She looks unguardable. She looks borderline unguardable. Like, it's nearly impossible to stop Cardoso. I'm telling you, it's very, very difficult to stop her. But, like, as great as Cardoso looks and as great as Angel Reese looks as far as rebounding is concerned. Oh, look, Lindsay Allen's also playing pretty well. It's just madness what's happening. Like, Gabby Williams is out here going at the Sky organization.
Franchise.
Saying this.
Where we're playing in, like, almost a YMCA, sharing a locker room with, like, people who just finished their Pilates class. I just love to see ownership that really cares about their players and their well-being.
So going after the Chicago Sky, we've seen the Marina Mabry stuff, we've seen all the Kennedy Carter stuff, and now, like, their press conference yesterday was meant to have started. It didn't start for 11 and a half minutes. So obviously something is happening. Normally these start after like 1 minute. 11 and a half minutes after they were meant to start, they showed up. And then I want to see, is there does someone have a timestamp in the comment section? There should be a timestamp here. But like, I think it's around 15 minutes. You can just hear like shouting and stuff smashing. Like, Cardoso just looks like she doesn't know what's going on when this happened. I want to see if we can hear this right here.
Back versus Louisiana. You excelled in the second half of the game.
No, you're okay.
You can hear some smashing, but like throughout this interview, you can hear people like arguing about something. And people are saying it's coming from the locker room. I think there's no guarantee of that. I don't want to say it's a definite that's happening. But like, there is absolutely no guarantee of that. But it doesn't look great. And it doesn't sound great. Because that's what the rumor is now, is that it came from the locker room. And then to see Kennedy Carter and come right out of the locker room tweeting or retweeting stuff negatively about the referees, it's not a great look. And then obviously the Marina Mabry situation. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. But yeah, that is... I don't know what's going on. Like, we saw as well Teresa Weatherspoon laughing and hyping up Kennedy Carter after she saw, clear as day, Kennedy Carter smack her old player in the face. And it's like, yeah, sometimes some old school coaches will be happy about that. Just don't make it obvious. Don't make it obvious. Like, she made it so obvious. Because again, you can see, like, there are people in the picture or in the video while Kennedy Carter smacks Marina Mabry. Some people in the Chicago Sky coaching staff are like head in their hands. Others are like in shock. Others are like, no. And Teresa Weatherspoon, yeah, let's go, keep doing this. And I'm like, you just lost a game. Marina Mabry just went off against you. Not the right time to do it. But yeah, it is. Some things, I don't know what's happening. And that's that might be the problem with constantly losing games. Like, you've come back in 2 blowout losses, a close loss in this one where you threw it away, and you've got a load of Kennedy Carter stuff going on. And it's not anything a lot of the time it's not Kennedy Carter doing anything really bad, it's just Kennedy Carter being Kennedy Carter. Sometimes you just don't want Kennedy Carter to be Kennedy Carter. Even though, in fairness, for better or for worse, you are always going to get Kennedy Carter. But yeah, I'm just watching this go down, and I'm like, if you are a Sky fan, you just have to at least be concerned. there has to be some concern there where you're like, just maybe you something is going massively wrong. But again, if you're a Sky fan, there are positives. I think it's almost like, as great as a player's coach Taurasi Weatherspoon is, and how important she probably has been to developing Angel Reese as a rookie, giving her more responsibility than I think any other coach would have. Angel Reese has now fully established herself as one of the better power forwards in the league. I'm not going to say one of the best because it's the most stacked position in the W, but to say top 7 is fine. If you're saying, oh, she's definitely top 5, is she better than Aja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Fee Collier, Alyssa Thomas, or Nneka Nwumeke? No. They're the top 5. But she's probably in that like 6, 7, 8 range, which is not a knock on her. It's still an all-star. And I think maybe it's time to like, it's not this season. Like, this season's a write-off, but maybe like it's time to consider coming into next season, maybe some sort of like a change in philosophy, a change in coaching, a change in something, because not a lot of teams. And again, I'll still question the fit of Angel Reese with Cardoso if neither of them develop a mid-range. If Angel Reese develops a mid-range shot, cool. They can play together. But if she doesn't, then I'm like, I don't know about their long-term fit as far as winning is concerned. But there's not a lot of teams that have their franchise power forward as a rookie. Have a young franchise forward, which is, up to this point, the most important position in the WNBA. I'm trying to think of teams that have a young franchise forward, and there's not many of them. So the Sky are lucky to be in that position. They're lucky that they're going to have a couple of picks in this upcoming draft. They're probably going to be able to draft an Olivia Miles once they go into the lottery. And long-term prospects, especially when the new training facilities coming in, a lot of the other stuff, like long-term, the Chicago Sky, if you're a Chicago Sky fan, there's a lot to be looking forward to, because they're playing better than they expected. Angel Reese is playing better than they expected her to be. Cardoso is as good as she was expected to be in the W. Kennedy Carter, if she can get her shit together, is an all-star level guard. It's just literally a shooting wing and a point guard play. That's what this team needs. Elite point guard, shooting wing, because you can bring Lindsay Allen off the bench. She's really good. But otherwise, yeah, it just doesn't seem like things are going right. Like, it seems like it's not that it's imploding, but it's on the brink of imploding. This is a team that has been together, has ground their way to wins, who are a grinded out team. But there is like and they play on the edge. Always this team plays on the edge. But once you can go over the edge on one side, like if you go too far in the pass, or like before the edge, if you don't go close enough to the edge, with this team, they don't have the talent a lot of the time to win the games. But if they go too far over the edge, it can implode. And I have a bad feeling that's going to happen for the rest of this year. Like, if they win more than 4 games the rest of this year, I think if you're a Sky fan, that should be a success with the squad they put out. And by the way, people saying the Sky aren't tanking, the players never tank. Players and coaches will never tank. It is your GMs that will tank. And he has put together a team that, in fairness, work their ass off, work so hard, but are not even not talented enough. Their play styles just don't fit whatsoever.